Hello everybody that has a Rampage. How are you today? I'm working on an 84 Rampage that I've had for about 15 years. And if yours is anything like mine, probably has some rusty floorboards in it. So the floorboards in these are chronically rusty because Chrysler kind of did a poor job of designing how the frame rail intersects with the floorboard. You can see the rust holes. Overall, the car is not rusty, but it's just how right underneath that clutch pedal right there, you can kind of see underneath that hole in the sheet metal is the frame rail. And it kind of is like a funnel, brings down dirt, rocks, water, and so on, and kind of turns into mud, and then it pokes through and everything gets wet, and it's history from there. So on this car, I'm going to do a patch. And I first made a template out of construction paper and did it pretty accurately. And then basically took the template and glued it down to a piece of 18 gauge, which is normal for car body metal, floor pans and such. And I did spray adhesive the template down to it and traced it all out and then started bending. But bending is hard when you're getting multiple intersecting lines. So I've done this before, drilled 1/8 inch holes on my lines where I wanted things to bend and all the way around. And then you have to go back and patch them with a MIG welder. They're small holes, being 1/8 of an inch. Let me get this out of the way. You can see them here. There's a little bit of staining on this metal, and you can see the holes. There's a lot of them. There's 100 holes here or so, but with a quick little, buzz of each hole with the MIG welder, this will be done in short order. And so now that I have the new floorboard section there, it's laid in and it fits pretty tight, pretty nice, and it'll get me by until maybe I do a full restoration on this thing. And so if you want to see what it looks like inside, stick with me here. And so basically, let me back up. After I drilled all the holes, I used a set of HVAC bending pliers, which have like a large duck bill on the end. Let me grab them again here. They're these kind of things, and they only have so much depth on them. The depth only goes down to a certain point, so it was enough to do these small sections and get this to bend up where I wanted it, and it works pretty good. Then on the big bend here, where the floor pan rolls uphill, I clamped it with large C-clamps and a 2x4 across it, and clamped it down to my workbench, actually in an upside down fashion. Then I was able to push down with it clamped against the workbench, and it worked pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty decent. So here she is, and let's take her back over and see if we can get her to fit in the car here. And I'll show you what it looks like. I'm gonna set the phone down for a split second here. And hang tight. All right, sorry guys. So here she is sitting in, and I'm going to tack weld it about every 3 inches on the edge. It's not going to be really a permanent thing, but it's going to help me keep the car moving without being afraid of your feet going through or something like that. Kind of crazy. So I'm just going to tack it every few inches, and I'm actually going to leave the old floor pan underneath it for now, because I hope in a near future to maybe make this a rear-wheel drive car, which is a long shot, but so there is a potential project coming for the car. And she's a pretty good old car, still in good shape. But so there we have it. I'll try and post some more pictures once we're done, got it all welded in. And thanks for watching. Bye.